Hello everyone, episode number 14 coming at you. Hope you're all enjoying all of them. Bollocks. In this episode, we're just going to be sat right here reflecting on what happened at X Games last week. So I hope you enjoyed the show. If you didn't, spoiler alert.
James Woods coming up. Left shoulder. Give it up for Woodsy. This is James Woodsy Woods. Not a good one right now.
But really, if you missed it, you blew out. And we're going to be talking about it anyway, so rock and roll. Look at what I'm looking at right now. Let me show you, because this is what's funny. Like a lot of these times, look at what I'm looking at. Hey, Jamie, give us a grin. I can't, there he is. Hello, buddy. Can't even zoom. Anyway, crack on. Where were we? We put out a few videos just before about the preparation for X Games, some of the practice on the course and how that was all going. A big week, obviously. I mean, I'd say the biggest week of the year, honestly, is certainly what I get the most excited for. And now this is what happened on the weekend.
So put my gloves on, everyone's gone. I'm pissed, man.
Everybody else is back up there.
I know,
already.
I'm fuming. I love a train, man.
He's from Sheffield, Great Britain. He took third place here last year. Let's hear it for James Woods.
Big Air finals, under the lights at X Games, Saturday night. The crowd's massive. It was epic, and everyone was going bananas as usual. And if anyone disagrees with me, whether that being the greatest show on earth, then they're just wrong, aren't they? Practice for Big Air is a tricky one because a lot of the preparation is done beforehand, and for me particularly, and when I arrive on site at an event, I'm only getting used to the course. So once I'm used to a jump, and it was a perfect jump, the guys did so well creating it and making it perfect and maintaining it to be perfect, and that's what I'm expecting too, you know. So after a few hits on one of the first days, you're quite happy with that jump. So going forward, it's actually a challenge to ski it less than you need to, because it's a lot of stairs walking up there. That's tiring, not just the stairs, but the ski boots particularly. You know, you're slogging a boot every time. There's 4 flights of stairs on the Big Air, 5 flights of stairs on the slopestyle. So that was tiring enough as it is. But practice went well. I knew exactly what I was gonna do. I've been tinkering with some tricks that were more than what I did end up doing, in case, you know, I got really excited for it. It wasn't the night for it. You know, I did take a big slam on my 3rd run.
Yeah, massive. Woods coming up.
Huge. Oh my.
And I just went way too big, and that's what happens when you get excited, isn't it? But actually, like, I consciously tried to keep the speed down, but I don't know. I just went massive. I think I just got the takeoff just dead right, and whew.
Got a bit of the takeoff.
Yeah, Tigger. That was pretty sore. That just I felt that. You know, I'm still feeling that. That rocked me pretty hard all over the show, but Big Air, it ended up going great. I managed to pick myself up and go again.
He is. Here he goes. Let's see if he can reach for the stars now.
Will the force be with him?
Yes.
And it
Bingo.
is a big. So new trick. We just heard from DC. New trick for him. The left side 16. So he's always done this trick, but only been able to do it to the 1440 number. So 4 rotations. He's adding an extra degree of difficulty by going all the way to 1620. Landing switch, no hands down, smooth.
His left shoulder.
Going for the switch triple. So not looking to improve. I think he did the left side trick about as good as he thinks he can. So instead, he's trying the right side triple cork again, looking to squeak out a couple more points. Look at the octograph. Those skis are so tweaked, so contorted, pushing them all the way to the ground. Super smooth landing. If there was a way to improve, I think he just did it.
So Woodsy looking.
Since he's going for the right side trick, he would need a massive score to improve from that 42 to get enough points to get up into that position. And there he does.
Yeah, slides into the podium. So Woods
Strategy pays off.
Give it up for Woodsy!
Rock and roll.
Sausage roll.
Toss upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm pretty happy about that. And so now the 3 times that I've done the X Games Aspen Big Air, I've got something for my efforts. So that was massive. I mean, massive shout out to Christian Newman-Dahl, who had a big crash, but he is now fine because he's the most hardcore dude ever. Evan for coming fourth because that's the worst thing ever. And he, myself, and Alex were just battling for 3rd place. Those guys killed it. Henrik and Oystein killed it. Obviously, Burke and ABM. Everyone did brilliant. So big ups. Big Air was a cracking evening. And then the next day, Sunday, slopestyle finals. And, you know, there's no denying that that is my absolute holy grail, you know. It's an honor and it's a privilege, and I could not be more stoked to be jumping under the lights in Big Air final. It's huge, and that's, don't get me wrong, that's massive, and I'm very grateful to come away with something from that. However, slopestyle finals, that's my just dream.
He is a great competitor. So we saw in Big Air last night, he used a great strategy of re-upping the score of one of his tricks to end up getting onto the podium right at the last second.
This is James Woodsy Woods, learned to ski on artificial surfaces in Sheffield, Great Britain, and he needs to put down a good one right now. Oh.
Excited to even see what his full run will be. There we go, lots of spinning up top on that first box feature.
Come on, Woodsy.
Oh no! Again, a guy who I think is going for so much on the rails that the trick level is so high that getting through all of them and able to complete all those tricks is just so difficult.
To blow out on 3 runs of 3 in the slopestyle finals is, and still will be forever and ever devastating, but it's sort of the way it goes. It was a very difficult day actually Sunday. The light came in really flat, and it just didn't really seem to work for anybody. Alex, Hall, and ABM were incredible. They absolutely, I'm not taking anything away from them. They could have come first and second on any day, so huge respect to them. Just the rest of us seemed to struggle, you know? It was funny, I certainly did. I struggled hugely. I didn't even make it to the jumps. I can't believe it. And that's something that, one, I'm incredibly embarrassed about. You know, that's not what I do, and I'm upset about that. But in retrospect as well, I was there, and the mission has always been, you know, it's win or bust with the slopestyle finals. So when it came to the point of should I potentially tone it down so that I can get a run under my belt, you know, I still would have been disappointed with anything other than getting it. I've been the bridesmaid quite a few times in slopestyle finals, so, you know, I'd like, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with being competitive and having a goal like that. You know, it's taken me a long time to admit that to myself, that I am actually pretty desperate to win that one, because I've never really thought like that, but the longer I've been going on it, the more apparent that's become. So I was and still am pretty bummed out about that, but whatever, c'est la vie, and we'll be back next year. And as well, I have to take a lot from it because, you know, that's a massive experience. I've never fallen 3 runs on 3. Why did I do that? I took a slam the night before. Yeah, I was feeling pretty, you know, pretty sore all over from that. Maybe that was an aspect.
Thank you so much for leaping into action, mate.
It's a pleasure. This is what we do.
Oh, do you feel me like if there's a little bit now, some ibuprofen, some arnica, and then that's the best I can do for tomorrow, isn't it?
You know, maybe I was just going too hard. I did have a really heavy rail run, honestly, in my opinion. I was going really hard. I practiced a lot for that rail run, and I was really proud of it. But obviously when it came down to it, like, it didn't work. I mean, creating runs and putting them together, working through each feature, linking them up, that's what I love to do, and that's a massive aspect of my job. So it's really crap that that didn't work this time. Moment of reflection is done now, and time to rock on. All in all, X Games week was wonderful. It's a pleasure to be there. It's an honor to be there. It's my dream come true just to be on that start list. I've said that a million times before, and I will always stay true to that statement because it truly is. You know, however disappointing it might be if I blow in slopestyle, you know, it's another X Games and I walk away with another medal, and that's pretty massive. And it was a big year for a lot of the boys, and there are a lot of close friends of mine as well, so there's a lot of great things to be taken from it. We've got a whole bunch of coverage, a lot of eyes on free skiing and what we do. So yeah, big ups everyone. Thank you so much to everybody involved in X Games. You make this whole thing take over and make it worth it for us. So yeah, could not be more pumped on that. And now it's time to go over to Park City, because the World Championships is there, so that's an entirely new ball game. We've got an entirely new, you know, bunch of faces on that. There's the whole national team thing that, you know, this becomes so important to, you know, the World Championships is so heavily linked to the Olympics and that entire side of things. So yeah, it's a little bit of a mindset change in one regard, but in the other regard, it's the same old thing. It's another course, it's another day, and it's time for me to go and redeem myself from last week. And in real time, everybody that's come up to me and said, I've been watching your videos, you know, wanting to meet Danny, wanting to meet the crew and everything, and have been stoked on the videos. Thank you so much. You've got no idea how much that means, because we're dropping in pretty hard. We don't exactly know what we're doing with these episodes and stuff, so thank you very much for your support. I'm glad you guys are digging it. Hope we're providing a service that you guys are actually really enjoying, and some entertainment, as well as some big insight into what goes on behind the scenes in the free ski side of things. We endeavor to speak to a lot more of the riders and a lot more of the sort of behind the scenes of what's going on, so we're working on it. All of your comments and stuff are duly noted. So if there is anything you want to see more of, less of, you want me to shut up and do some more skiing, just say the word and we're on it. I think that's pretty good. My knee's gone to sleep. Well, my leg's gone to sleep. What's my knees been?
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Bum, 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 bum. Thank you, Jamie Matthew. Look at that. It's a good little zone, that, isn't it?